beautiful Saturday for softball here in Evanston, Illinois. An important Big Ten series coming up on Big Ten Plus between the Northwestern Wildcats and the number 21 Nebraska Cornhuskers here in Evanston. Two star-studded teams, two elite programs, two legendary coaches. Record-setting year in more ways than one. 27 extra base hits so far this season, but she swings over this one for strike three. Lauren Boyd gets off to a strong start.
That's exactly what Kate Drohan was looking for in Lauren Boyd. That's why she decided to put her out there this morning. And she
timing it up. Ready for the two-strike pitch. Swings over it again. Another strikeout for Boyd. Got Bland chasing. There's two gone in the first.
What's a better way to get her? Something's a little slower. Just trying to throw off these hitters. Worked on the first two so far.
Kamenzen such a tough out. Watches ball for Kamenzen. Wasn't sure herself. Stuck in the box for an extra beat. But she, up hitter, but just so capable. Putting the ball all over the yard, but she taps this back to Boyd. And Lauren Boyd is out of the inning. An effective one for her. She gets two strikeouts and sets the Huskers down scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first
game. And she said it's something that these cats spend so much time in the film room watching. They watch what pitch they're going to try, what pitches the pitcher's going to try to make them whiff on, everything like that. They're really going to watch for those.
Kelsey Nader goes down swinging. Jordy Ball up in the zone. A lot of deep at bats. Swing and a miss. Nito goes chasing after that one, down and away. Great pitch again, and Ball, like Boyd, has struck out the first two batters she has. Here's the first-year phenom. Kaylee Avasado steps in and takes it off the knee. So she reaches for free, and there's a runner aboard with two outs for the hottest hitter in this Northwestern lineup, Kansas Robinson. Robinson watches it low. Avasado runs, throws in time, but the tag is late, and the ball pops away. It's 19 stolen bases for Kaylee Avasado. Another 3-2 upcoming. Strike three called on the outside part of the plate. Robinson goes down looking, and a scoring chance goes empty. Ball strikes out the side, and we are scoreless through one here in Evanston. The strength of this Nebraska team, certainly their power, and she laces this one to left. There's the game's first hit. It goes all the way to the wall, past Kania. The throw is late, and Hoffman slides in with her 8th double of the season.
And her 99th career hit.
Two. Low. Kuzak works her 17th walk of the season. 2 on with nobody out for Bella Bacon. Boyd's such a capable infielder. And Bacon shows bunts again. Boyd on it and throws it away down the first base line. That's going to bring a run to the plate. And Nebraska takes the early lead on the miscue from Boyd. Small ball from Bella Bacon works in her favor. It's 1-0 Huskers. Drohan is asking about runner's lane. We saw this last week. Bella Bacon is in fair territory. In my opinion, this is a runner's lane situation, but we have not seen umpire crews call this rule consistently. Last weekend against Illinois, Kate Drohan wanted this same call. Kate Drohan in her career 18-17 against the Huskers. Obviously, Rhonda Revelle has been there during that entire time period. 3-1 is off the corner. And Lauren Boyd loads the bases by walking Bredwell. Low and in. Kamenzen forces a run in with her 17th walk of the season. Lauren Boyd losing her command at an inopportune time, and the Huskers go ahead 2-0. Facing a lot of trouble early. Ball hits it well to left. Back on it to the track. It's over Kania's head and off the wall. That'll score 2. Coming around and sliding in safely is Bredwell. It's 4-0 Huskers. And the record-breaking 28th extra base hit of the season.
Nothing you could really do about that. Kind of the sun in her eyes and that weird shady spot in left field. But you see right here, Jordy Ball just taking this one on the inside corner of that plate, the upper inside corner, taking it there. Almost looked like it was going to be over at first, but then dropped right in front of the wall. And honestly, Kat's really glad that didn't go over the wall. Best case scenario in that one, she's going to hit the ball, it drops, but honestly get the ball in quick, and you told her to a double, and the runner on third doesn't score.
It looked like Jordy Ball didn't get all of it in that situation, but with her power, not all of it is still enough. to nearly clear the bases.
And out there.
MRA very comfortable throwing behind runners typically. The 2-1 grounded up the middle and through a drawn-in infield. 1 run scores. Here comes ball around third. The throw is high, and it's 6-0 Nebraska. Bland 2 RBIs and moves to second on the throw. All Nebraska 6 runs with just 3 hits here in the second. They've used a sac bunt and throwing error along with 3 walks to create a 6-run rally with nobody out, staking Jordy Ball to a huge lead already as Hoffman walked by Kuzak, then she threw away the Bella Bacon bunt. This one's hit well to left field. Back is Kania, and it's gone. 2-run bomb for Hannah Kamenzen. The Huskers have broken the program record for home runs in a season, and they lead it 8-0.
Honestly, on that one, fresh start for the Cats. You settled down. Nebraska obviously has broken the game wide open, but really good piece of hitting there, putting it over the fence. Looked like the wind carried that one out a little bit too, but just here, absolute power on that one. Ball in the upper middle of the zone, swings through it, gets that extension, and she knew it was gone. She slowed down. She said, all right.
You can see Lindsay and Kania both trying to climb the wall.
Great bat angle too. Looked like it really had the trajectory to leave the stadium.
Assuming in a third to a top 5 team in the country at this point. And it hits DiNardo in the shoulder. The 2-2 gets away from Dose, and she has allowed 0-1. Line to left. Kania makes a running catch. Nice play by Izzy Kania, and the Wildcats finally have out number 1.
Really nice poise by Izzy Kania there in left field. Just kind of squares.
1-2 now. On Kuzak is low and gets under MRA all the way to the backstop. So a wild pitch.
Down, stopping the ball, blocking it in any form. Looked like she wasn't expecting it. Just went right between her legs.
Sharply hit, to shortstop. Great play on a bounce from Avesado to get out number 2. Absolutely. In fact, I don't believe, although I haven't done the research. Strike 3 called. Signy Dose gets it at the knees. We'll wrap that thread up in the bottom of the second. But it was a dynamic inning for Nebraska. The first 8 players they sent to the plate crossed it. And
how her spin is going, how that ball comes out of the hand, getting used to that, and then she can start thinking about hitting.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Got her with the rise ball. Donahue down on strikes. It's 4 Ks.
Work around your bat and you're fouling the ball off.
3-2. Takes inside, ball 4, and a second base runner for the Wildcats.
That's what happens when you have so many full counts. Eventually, you're going to get on base. These strikeouts aren't going to help them. Even just a soft grounder, make the defense make a play.
Blooper falls in right field. Kania first to third, MRA. The Wildcats have their first hit of the game, and they threaten here with runners on the corners and 1 out in the bottom of the second.
And exactly like that, putting the ball into play.
Here's the payoff. Outside, ball 4. It's ball 4. Bradwell threw down anyways, but the bases are loaded now for Ayanna Lindsay.
You needed to tell her, she needed to know that it's ball 4. You don't need to be doing that.
Well, Bradwell actually potentially. The 1-2. Chop towards third. Tough play for Bland. Coming home with it. Gets the out there. Sammy Bland had her body going away from the throw home, but was able to reset and get the lead runner. Big time play from the soft. Big spot for Ball and Nader. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Off speed again, and Jordy Ball gets her 5th punch out, stranding the bases loaded here. She awaits another 0-2. Times it up, flies it out to center. Lindsay has it covered and makes the play for out number 1.
Definitely a little bit more of an
29-10 total on the season. That one's popped on the infield. Lauren Kamenzen put out by Kansas Robinson for out number 2. But for Nebraska, look, program record in home runs with Hannah Kamenzen's homer in the second. That put them in power up 8-0. The 2-2 grounded sharply up the middle. It's a 2-hit day for Jordy Ball, keeping that average well above 400.
And that's the kind of hit that your pitching coach talks about. That's the kind of hit where, hey, you're giving something
first. Could score on a single in the gap or maybe Not, but it's a strikeout. Signe Dos ends her second consecutive inning with strike 3. She has stopped the bleeding for now. But
I mean, for Tennessee, obviously their conference tournament, but then you prepare for the Women's College World Series, you prepare for regionals, everything like that.
Slow roller to second. Tough tweener, but a nice play made by Lauren Kamenzen. Nito grounds.
To use your arm more than for just 4 years, I think really plays into that decision as well.
Avasado drives it to left. Way out of here. Kaylee Avasado goes yard. The first year has her first bomb at the J, and the Wildcats are on the board.
That was an absolute monster of a hit right there. Oh my goodness. Hands behind it, got that whip from that elbow coming through and just absolutely monstered that. I mean, that almost went over Welsh Ryan.
Yeah, about 12 feet from joining the Roof Club. A club that I think many would expect Kaylee Avasado to become part of.
The part.
7th pitch of the at-bat. Another 3-2 from Jordy Ball. Swing and a miss. Got her at the bottom of the zone on the outside part. Ball strikes out Robinson for the second time in 3 innings.
And you know she's thinking about that pitch.
3-0 on Donahue. That's low. 6 base runners from the right-handed side of the plate in 8 tries against Jordy Ball for Northwestern.
Make everyone a righty at this point.
Right. 2/3 here against this patient Northwestern lineup. So here is Emma Red. Takes it up high. Runner goes, and the throw goes into center field. Donahue has a stolen base, tracking to third. And the Wildcats are 60 feet away from another run. They are testing Ava Bredwell early, and she has not held up to it so far.
Honestly, it's almost less.
Swing and a miss. Would have been ball 3. Ray goes after in the dirt. Ball induces yet another chase and escapes another runner in scoring position.
Just seeing people who are from where you were from and understand how you grew up playing on a big stage, I think that's really inspirational for all of them.
Chop to second. Tough play for Nito, charging in and makes it on 2 hops. Speaking of professional softball, you know, potentially a big step forward in that regard this offseason. The Athletes Unlimited Pro. Absolutely, not very often.
That's usually your 3 and 4 hitter if you have a good team.
DiNardo, one of those 400 hitters, watches strike 3 at the knees. Signe Dos has set down 8 of the last 9 Huskers she has seen. Saw 2 hard line drives today, a double in the second, and then a line out in that same second. This one, a softer hit. Avasado makes a shoestring catch, and Dos has a 1-2-3 4th inning. Huskers still in control, but Signe Dos showing why that might not have been the best decision for Coach Patty Gasso with her offense this season, as Kania lifts one to shallow left center, charging over. Making the play out there for the first out, Natalia Hill. First
Jordy
action
Ball,
for her
3rd national.
here in the Midwest. Such a part of the fabric of this program. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Ball got her swinging up top. It's another K, number the state, not the university, to be clear. Shows bunt, gets it down. Tough one on the third base line, but it's spinning foul. Great job by Sammy Bland to recognize that.
Just so many smart plays by Bland today. Really does a good point. And bigger.
Now, it doesn't help the hitters to be closer when it's coming in at 70
No.
miles an hour.
No.
But
Doesn't help
2-2 on Lindsay. Swing and a miss. Ball got her upstairs, chasing the rise ball again. 9 Ks through 4 innings.
Sure, if you're sitting down most of this Nebraska lineup, I think you're doing a pretty good job.
Dos, strike 3 called. Her 4th K of the afternoon. It has been an outstanding outing through 3. She has frozen a lot of these Nebraska hitters on the inside part of the plate. Bacon pops it into shallow right. Robinson has it covered for out number 2. 6.
Fans among the team, everything just seems a little bit more calm.
That's hit well to center field. Over Lindsay's head and off the wall, but it's going to be a long single for Ava Bredwell, who has to retreat. Hard hit ball. Effective conferences. And coaches that have the utmost respect for each other. Grounded to third. 2 hops, and Donahue can't play it. Bounces off her glove. It'll likely be an infield single for Lauren Kamenzen. 2 on now for Jordy Ball. Let's take another look. Ooh,
I don't know.
pitch.
I mean, yes, definitely a little low, but with the bend in the knees, kind of looks like a hit around the knees.
That's hit hard to left. Jordy Ball What a day, 3-run bomb, and now Nebraska is in charge.
And now you wonder if that had been called a strikeout, don't you?
13 home runs for Jordy Ball and 29 extra base hits. Another rise ball. Dose didn't get it high enough, and Ball made no mistake.
Up in the zone, right around the letters, did a good job. Jordy Ball, I mean, that's two back-to-back pitches, two back-to-back contact hits where she does a really good job of keeping those hands above the ball, keeping that barrel a little bit less than even, making sure she has that lift to take the ball out.
In general, the home run from Kaylee Avasado providing the load and score. As Bland lines it through the right side, the inning continues for Nebraska. But the Huskers had the huge second inning, 8 runs with nobody out. And now 2 out hitting. First 12 and then 14 teams in the league. Finished second, but has not won it. And look, it's not out of their reach this season for Nebraska. As that's hit hard to right, and it's played on a hop by Nader. Going to third and diving in safely ahead of the throw is Bland. Second and third as Kamenzen moves here in the 5th.
Signy's done a good job of holding Nebraska, but at this point they are just absolutely hammering her. Looks like a little trip there, but was ready to slide, slid in there. I mean, that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of the story of her life, though. Like she is this relief pitcher, and she holds such an important role out of the bullpen for this Cats team. But nonetheless, she just goes back and forth from that bullpen.
Well, Dose gets out of it, but not before Jordy Ball delivers, who we expect to see at least once more this weekend. But Nebraska has a lot of confidence in the rest of their rotation as well. Letting Ball finish her own game here, but she misses outside, and Nader walks on 5 pitches. The first left-handed Wildcat hitter to reach today.
But well-earned confidence. These past 2, she's had some issues controlling the ball and keeping it in the strike zone.
The 3-2. Outside ball 4. Nader was running on the pitch. Didn't matter, and now a conversation will occur.
Kaylee Avasado, you wonder what she's going to come in with, if she's going to go to that outside rise again or stay low and in.
4th pitch of the day that Avasado has seen. Grounded through the right side. Nice play. Diving over. Avasado cannot beat it at first. What a job by Lauren Kamenzen, diving into the hole.
Absolutely compete with this Nebraska team. They haven't shown up in the way we've expected them to today, but I think that's where a lot of that frustration comes from too. That idea that you could be better than you're playing.
Robinson swings through it. Again, Ball pounding the outside part of the zone for the second out of the inning. 10 strikeouts for Georgia. Can't bring 2 in here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 11, and Jordy Ball completes an all-around performance to give Nebraska yet another run rule win. The Huskers take the all-important first game of this series, 11-1 in Evanston. Their first win against the Northwestern Wildcats in 4 seasons.
And the name of the game today was power. This Nebraska offense, we've talked about it all day. Obviously domination from the defense as well, but offense just so strong. That's 19 run rule wins for this Huskers team, which is the most in program history. Just absolutely demolishing teams this year. As we've talked about, they're really, really good at it.
I was a little overzealous with those run rule numbers earlier, but 19, so impressive for Nebraska.